And welcome back everyone, Genichiro here. Today I continue my playthrough of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Well, last time finally got the Demon of Hatred, and after that went for some grinding. Well, as you can see, I managed to get a bit more. So maybe an hour or less and I have everything that I need. I got the Shadowfall, so now just two of the things left, the Empowered Motor Draw one, and the other one is the Breath of Shadow something. So 5 points and 2 points. So almost there. Bit less than 2 points and I can get the Mortal Draw empowered version. And then just 2 more and then we're done with the level grinding. So it's going to be there soon. Now before we continue, if you like what you see then please like, share, subscribe and follow me, and don't forget to turn on the notifications so you get notified when I'm about to stream. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. You can find it here in Twitch under my channel's description, or on YouTube by entering the search bar. Thank you everyone. So let's continue. And also find stuff. Okay. Oh, don't tell me. Up until now everything was fine. Just a moment. I just played not too long ago, everything was fine. What's now? Can't find the server again? Yep. Okay, I need to restart the game, just a moment. Can't find the server again, I don't know why. And this happened at the last Demon of Hatred fight too, that as I mentioned before, I started and set up everything. I needed to restart the game because the frame rate was abysmally low and there was this continuous FDP errors. After I restarted the game everything was fine. Looks like it's starting again. I don't know why. Something wrong with Esha's servers? Efsha's? Not Esha. Efsha. Let's see. Okay, now we're good. I hope it will stay like that. Yes, we're good. Okay. Yep, okay. The frame rate still isn't the best. Well, if it doesn't get better, then I need to get rid of myself once again. So maybe that's too much. Either that, or really there's some connection error in the game itself. So now I have this upgraded version. It's quite good. It's probably one of the best breaker combinations that you can get. There's supposed to be 3 more combat arts that you can get. I checked on the wiki that how many skills I still need. There's 3. One for the good ending or the cradle ending, the one that I currently aiming for. And then there's one for the show ending, and this is really bad. How about now? Just a moment. There. How about now? Maybe it got a bit better. Yesterday's Sega hardware also had some problems. Until I didn't restart the game, it started to get really choppy. After I restarted it, it even removed the frame limiter. Went from 30 FPS to 60. also read that one VTuber colleague found this out. I couldn't find it on my video card, but maybe that could help me too. One VTuber colleague found out not too long ago that the dynamic resolution can mess with some tracker programs. Not the dynamic resolution, the dynamic frame rate. And if you turn that off, it helps a lot. Now that's fine and dandy, but I couldn't find it on my own graph cards yet. Graph card driver. I will try to find it, I couldn't find it yet. But at least looks like they finally pulled out the driver that maybe finally fixed the problem that I had. And not just me, almost every user of this era's video cards and also some other cards from this era. And even some newer ones. And there was this problem that and this problem was up since 2019, I think, when the new control panel came out. That when I tried to stream and even I didn't do anything before, just get into Chrome, set up the stuff, maybe check on my YT account that everything is fine, and after that I tried to stream, start Steam or the other client, depending on where I need the game. Up until now everything is fine. Start OBS, screen freezes, black screen, back to normal, driver crashed. And I have to restart the PC, otherwise it will lag constantly, not for me but for the stream. For example, I don't remember which episode, but Phantom Pain. As an episode is still up on YouTube. I think in the beginning of the African part, that I got that crash, and then I said that I don't have time, I won't restart my PC, and it continuously lagged. Not for me, but for everyone else. And I needed to restart my PC. So it was quite a serious problem. Well, now it has another one, by the way. So maybe the crashing has been fixed, but now there's another problem. If I dare run something on Windows mode in 1080p, and then I turn off my monitor, then leave it like that for a while, like go to eat something, or go to the toilet for the longer thing, and after that I turn on my monitor once again. The driver crashes while the monitor is turned off, and the resolution automatically goes back from 1440 to 1080, and the Windows thing goes into a lower resolution. So now there is this new problem. And up until now, the only program that did this was synthetic. But if I played it on Windows mode, then turn off my monitor, turn back once again, and it doesn't matter if it was down on desktop or it was in an open Windows mode. After that, it didn't have any sound and the frames was delayed until I restart the game. I think it's a problem between the graphics driver and my monitor, because my monitor is supposed to be a 144Hz FreeSync one. And even if I think it's turned off, because I checked it multiple times, so it's supposed to be turned off, but maybe that causes the problems. Like for example, also, Yakuza, both the 2 Kilometers and the 3 remake. Up until it ran 144 MHz in the settings, it didn't run well, and also there were problems with inputs, mostly minigames, like there is that dreaded fishing minigame. When I switched back to 60 or 30 in the 3's case, then after that it was fine. I think it's something with the graphics driver or the graphics card itself and my monitor. But why does it force the 1080p when the monitor is off 1440 and it's supposed to be compatible with the driver and with the graphics card. I don't really get it. Let's try to find that freezing thing and turn it off. But I think it's supposed to be turned off. Maybe that helps on some stuff too. And for example, there's the other thing, and that's as I checked, is a Windows bug. Something on lower resolution runs the full screen. And doesn't matter if I put it down to desktop or close the window completely. If I don't change a certain setting with that program, I think the big DPI force thingy, if I close that program, it will ruin everything. So after that, my screen continuously have ghost picture on it. So open the window, close the window, and it stays there for a while and then goes away in a ghost-like manner. And I checked that it's a Windows bug, and the solution for it really works. For example, it helped on RPG Maker. And not just on RPG Maker, but some other games and programs that use a lower resolution. It's mostly true for GOG stuff. That if it has this problem, you can change the setting to turn off the high resolution DP force thingy. After that it's fine, like for example Commandos 2. Because I have the original Commandos 2 on GOG and not this high HD remaster thingy. That, as I read, has first censorship problems, second serious control problems with the interface and everything. So I have the original one, but that one can't run on higher resolutions, at least without modding, and I didn't mod that. But if I run it on full screen, and you need that because otherwise it's so little that you can't see it on a monitor screen. And there was that ghost picture problem too. And I checked this thing, tried it out, and it works there too. And for example, badly optimized games too, that's a pain to stream. Because of that, like, there was V2 and the Yakuza 3 remake. Change it to full performance mode, helped a lot, even on Yakuza 3. But I think there was some optimization errors on that one, because I can't believe it that there's Sekiro 2, Dragon Engine, came out 3 or 4 years later than 3 remake. Anyway, it's Dragon Engine, so it's the newer, higher resolution, better working one. And that one had zero problems in the Kuro Main Street, with even more NPCs, and with the new physics mechanics that you can step over rails, not step over, go into certain buildings. There was no problem with that. 3 remake, the classic older engine, open street, half as much NPCs, main street, instant frame drop to 10 to 15. So the performance mode thing, at least 20 to 25, but it wasn't very good, but at least it worked. So I think in that case it was an optimization error. Because really if my soon-to-be potato could handle Kiyomi 2 with kind of normal texture resolution, with settings, and I even streamed it, and it was running mostly fine. Then don't tell me that a game that came out on PS3 got an HD texture pack will run worse than something that came out on one generation later, a few years later, with a more business-consuming engine. I can't believe that that's not an optimization error. so there is the current Sega hardware situation too, that I read that also had some graphical glitches a few years ago with some AMD drivers. But at least that one is fixed now, as it seems. Because I also have that. And it doesn't have any graphical glitch at all. At least from what I saw. But there is this thing with the frame rate, as I mentioned, that maybe has a memory cache program too. That if the game runs for 2-3 hours, it became really choppy. I restarted it, and after that it doesn't run on 30 but 60 FPS and was fine completely until the end. Interesting things are these. And really here too. Previous day, really, I tried to get back to the Demon Feature as we know, and before stream, when I really started the game, it already said that something FTP error. I don't remember the error code and I'm not obliged to remember that, but something FTP error. The game loaded very slowly, and it looked really bad too. Like the Demon Fate Red from a distance was just a red-white floating mess, and not how it's supposed to look. And it also was really slow. Got into the menu, stayed the FTP error again. Got back to the main menu, it stayed another FTP error. And also that connection was like this time. Then restarted the game. And that's what you could see last time when I streamed. Then everything was fine. This one is really good. The fully charged version, if every hit connects, can break one of these guys completely, from 0 to max. The other one that's capable of doing this is the Ichimonji double, but only the charged version too. And it's still kill your. As you can see, there's something there. Okay. Also, good old Quack. Good old Quack station has some problems too. It wasn't I didn't notice that during Symphony of the Night, but in Xenogears it's not typical that. And no matter the sound settings that I use, sometimes some channels from the audio is missing. And I don't mean that during the victory scheme, because there it's supposed to miss some scenes. Because the level up sound and the XP counter takes the place of that channel. So that was fine, but for example, when I was at Lehan at the beginning, it continuously missed the rhythm track and also one of the best bass tracks. Except in a few places. No matter what I tried, it was like that. And it wasn't supposed to be like that. I played the game at least 8 times with different solutions. And I also have the OST, and so I know how it's supposed to sound like. And in the previous cases there were no problem, but here on the Quack, really, some of the channels are missing. I simply don't get why. I tried every audio setting last time, and it got a little bit better, but sometimes there's still channels missing. And it's 44.1 megahertz, so it's as it's supposed to be. All channels as it's supposed to be. So that setting is fine. Using the right plugin, so that one is also fine. I don't know what's about. Anyway, in Symphony of the Night's case, there was no problem. Let's try it with a few other games like Sekiro and Soul Edge, the TMM game. Those are completely fine. The only one that's missing some audio channels is Xenogears. And really not constantly, so it's not some problems with the source. Don't get it. So when I'm done here, for the next stream, I'm going to do some grind there too, not much. Just want to get face fighting cards to get ready for the first 680 level. And if I get maybe the big difficulty. Because if I go into a certain place, there's a chance up until I get there, I can get enough XP to learn even that one. That would be awesome. It also would be nice to... This time I will try something else. Last time when I tried that boss fight in the desert, I tried it with 3 magnetic coats and 3 white rings. This time I will try something different, that the 3 white rings are stay. But instead of the 3 magnetic coats, how about 3 sea secrets? Or 2 sea secrets, and I will take a Brigadier's A per C. Because that makes a V tiny bit better than the classic sea secret. And I will be curious about this. I'm still going to get 3 magnetic coats, just in case. Because if the first method doesn't work, then I will need the 75% response. In gear mode, the speed of your gear is affected by multiple things, by the way, and most people doesn't know this. Your gear stats are actually affected by your characters too. And it doesn't say that, but your gear also does better if your character does better. It's okay that the engine increases your damage. There's some other things later that can also increase your output. So that part is true, that increases your damage, but also your character's levels increase your damage in gear mode. And not just that, the ether stat, for example, is affected too. And other stuff. And most importantly, the agility. So the turn order in gear mode isn't just dictated by the gear's agility, but it also, I don't know the exact amount, but your character's agility affects the turn order too. So not just your gear's agility, but your character's too. And this is quite noticeable if there's an item called the speed shoes later that makes your HP bar fill up twice as fast. And if you have that, and you go into a gear fight, you can notice that your gear also has the red faster bar, like if it's a boost turned on, and it actually not. because your character stats affects your gear's stat too. And of course with the white rings too, that equip 3 white ring, that's plus 3 agility. And your gears suddenly also have, I think, 1 or 2 plus agilities. It definitely goes faster too, with the turn fill up. So really this time I will try that when we get there, that boss fight, that 3 white rings on Faye and 3 Aper Seas, or no, Sea Secrets. I mostly didn't use the terrain agility plus secrets except a certain scene where you have to go into a certain area and you're constantly on that area. Now there, the secret type that boosts your agility on that kind of area is really useful and also later in the boss fight. Don't want to spoil much because really I play the game, so for me it's nothing new now. But there are still people who may be watching it and didn't know much about the game. So I don't want to spoil much. So there are these secrets that increases your agility, as you could already see in Yggdrasil's case, that in the store there is this sea secret. Increases your agility in desert. Also those are a bit interesting because you need, depends on the gear, but you need 1 or 2 in order to mitigate the effect of the terrain. In Beta's case it's only 1 because it's kinda true, but they say that it's an all-environmental model. It still has some problems here and there. Just kinda imagine it like in Heroes 3, that as you know, in Heroes 3 also every creature and faction has a native terrain and an opposite terrain. And your creatures in native terrain gets I think plus 1 attack defense and plus 1 speed, while in the opposite terrain they get a -1 on that. Now something similar is true in Xenogears too. That Beta is another terrain model, but still performs normally on grass or dirt. But there are the other terrains, the sand, underwater, that's not like that, and snow. Now in these areas, Beta still performs a bit lower than it's supposed to. And everyone else's gear performs even worse. You can mitigate this with the elemental secrets, elemental terrain secrets, that increases your agility in a certain terrain. And mostly I don't use these, except for an underwater area. That's the other one. That won't say much more than one fight. And that will boss fight in the sand. Otherwise I don't really use it. I just go with magnetic bolts and I just try like that with magnetic coats, because that's better even if you go slower, because magnetic coats are really heavy. But really, so everyone else's gear take a -2 on their agility if they are on their opposite terrain. It's mostly snow, by the way. And also the underwater part, because none of them are designed for underwater operations. So in snow and in the underwater areas, it's -2 or -3 agility per gear. In Meta's case, -1 in the opposing terrain and -2 in underwater. So in normal case you need 2 secrets to mitigate the problems. Except with Beta you only need 1. And after that, if you equip more, you actually increase your gear's agility on that terrain, so you need that they can go faster in the turn order. And by the way, the white ring, that's the other thing that has been kept in Xenosaga, at least in the first one. That there is also a white ring that increases your agility by 1. So they also kept that. But in Xenosaga's case, at least in the first one, There's a similar skill system to Tales of Vesperia, but limited, so you can only equip 3 skills at a time. And it works like that, every fight you get attack points, ether points, skill points. And the one that we currently talking about is the attack point, that every accessory has a latent skill that you can get and use it without the actual accessory. Could it be stat boost, resist to a certain attribute, poison resistance, AP health resistance, etc, etc. And in Saga 1 it also works with the white ring. One of the brightest skills to get, no wonder why. Because if you have a white ring and you have the skill that's plus 2 agility, because in Saga's case you can't equip 3 on the same character, just 1. Because you have a weapon slot in except one case, or 2. Yes, something like that. So you only have a weapon slot most of the time, an armor slot and an accessory slot. So in Saga you can't equip 3 white rings, but you can do that you get a white ring, learn the skill from it. It's really pricey and you need also a level 5 skill in order to get that. So you have to learn a lot of other skills too before that. But then you can equip the white ring and the skill and do it plus 2 agility. And the other one that also has there, just as in Gears, is the speed shoes that also works there. I don't know if we will ever going to play Saga here on the channel and stream it. But in the first one, there is a gear on eggs, they call it there. There is an eggs that is literally a humanoid tank, and the only one that can carry a gigantic cannon that does a lot of damage. But the only problem, that cannon needs a lot of AP. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2, because it's 6 AP, it's already, you need a single turn just to reload it. And the other one, that this machine is really slow, because really it's a giant walking tank. I think it's the AG4, AG5, one of these. You can get it late game, and it's the only one that can equip the shoulder mounted cannon. And really that thing is really slow, has 4 agility or something, so you need 2 full turn cycles just to go for once. But then you can cheese the system. That there is a thing called fast circuit, and there's a 50% one. It's kind of like the species just for eggs. And there's some for 50 and you can get 2 25s, so you can equip 3 to make your eggs go twice as fast. That's the first thing. And also it also do that some characters that affects the eggs, like in Xenogears the Gears. And you can do the speed shoe thing there too, that equip the speed shoe and also equip the skill of the speed shoe. Now combine this together with the fast circuits and also start a battle like that cast the Chicken Eater on the character who pilots the eggs, and then call the eggs, and you can actually manage to create the slowest thing in the entire game into something that can move every second click, not every second turn, every second click, so you can fire almost 2 times per turn. You can fire every time per turn instead of every second or third turn. You can make the AG4 that fast. And this kind of works in Xenogears too, that 3 white rings in early game or 2 white rings in the speed shoe later. And you can also go really fast in Xenogears too. But the best cheese in Xenogears is with Ellie. Later she also gets a gear, and this gear has a very necessary surprise for everyone who's there to oppose them. And that attack is ether dependent. And here comes the problem. Character stacks affect gears. So there are these things called power magic. Increases your ether conversion with I think 25. You can get 3. So that's already a 75 point boost, not percent point, to be different. Because there is that in the Ether's menu that's called Ether Amp, so Ether Amplitude, or not amplitude, amplification. And here comes the best part, that character stats affects gears, and there's an item called the Ether Doubler. You can only equip one because it doesn't affect anything else. I tried it once to equip 2 or 3, that will work. No, it doesn't do anything. So we equip an Ether Doubler on Ellie. Makes her ethers do twice the damage but also cost twice as much. But this actually affects the Ether skill of her in a hidden way, so it won't show up in the stats. It actually doubles it. And character stats affect gears. So you already start with a skill of that, all it does the 2 times of the normal damage. And just like that. So it makes from 800 or so, that's the usual value for it, from 800 to 1618, 1.6 thousand. And then you equip 3 power magic, and there comes the magic. That increases the entire amplification so much that this skill starts to do 9999 damage on everything. So for 400 fuel with this skill, you can one-shot almost everything. There are just a few exceptions. Few bosses, and maybe 1 or 2 late game enemies that has more than 10,000 HP. But other than that, you can one-shot everything. Even some bosses. With later engines that has fuel capacity of 4000, 6000, etc. But with the 4000 one, you already can do it 10 times before you run out. Oh, and also that thing affects the entire battle arena. So it's one thing that you can one-shot everything, but you can one-shot everything in the entire battle arena. So get into a combat and it doesn't matter what it is. There's a lot of them. Use the skill. You one-shot everything under a single turn. The only problem that makes Eddie's gear really slow, because Power Magic is the other thing that's really heavy besides Magnetic Core. But totally worth it. Okay that you go really slow, but when your turn is arrived and you do that skill, you win. The other game where I know such an exploitable equipment combo is both the normal and the gold version of ES, with Achilles and the Chiron step. Equip it mostly works on gold because in gold everyone has increased item capacity except Atlas. Because Atlas, they decided that she doesn't need item slots. But works with everyone else, and also with Achilles because now she has 3 slots instead of 2. That equip the Futsunomitama, that's 1000 damage for every hit. By itself, it's not that much. But for every hit, 1000 damage plus. Combine this with the, I think, IT, and there's another item that lowers your delay. And you can lower the delay down until 5. And her ultimate skill only has a delay of 50, and you can lower it down to 5, as I mentioned. And then there's the Futsunomitama that increases your damage to 1000 for every hit. And here comes the best part. Chiron Step is a skill that does 17 hits. 17 very weak hits, so usual hits 2000-3000 damage in late game. That's 200-300. Yes, but with Futsunomitama, that's also has a 17,000 plus. And you can do this 2 or 3 times. It's kind of like the AG situation in Xenosaga. Because she is the fastest character that you can have without any agility boosters. And if the delay is just 5 and you fight against something that is not your opposing element, that can also, with the Futsunomitama, fill up your special gauge continuously. So you can take 2 or 3 turns, one after the other, with Achilles, and every single one you can do more than 70,000 damage plus. So that's the other cheese exploit that I know like this, besides Ellie's Ether thing and the uber fast AG5. But these ones are so awesome. I just don't know if I will ever be able to stream Saga, because currently Nova decided that she's blind once again. So I don't know. There's the other method, but I tried it and the videos doesn't play well. No, that upper skills. But my Noir decided that she's blind once again. Empowered motor draw. Now I just only need this and then we can go to the final fight. So really I also know some cheese exploits. And I'm not even spiffy. Mortal draw, empowered motor draw for free. And how does this work? Ah, so like the original was RB and then RB. Okay. So you can charge it. Alright. We'll see. Not bad, but okay, on ground level, it's good. Problem is I won't have enough symbols if I can get one from our friend there. It's not bad, but I like this one more. And I just need 2 more points and then we go for Isshin. And I've been curious about the plot twist that why he decides that we should fight. Because didn't he say that he doesn't want the power of immortality because it's unhonorable and stuff, and that he doesn't want power like that. But he also wants to break the cycle of the constant revival. And something about like that. But I'm curious why he decided that. No, you're good now. Because in the other version, when you throw the code, and then he gets the Shuro Hunter once again. Now that one I can understand. But this other version, not yet. When we get there, we get there. Up until now, I don't really understand it, but why? Also, that 3 skills. You can get one from this version of Isshin. You can get another one from the Shuro version of Isshin, as I read. And that's the 3rd one that you can get from a boss rush from Genichiro. And from his description, it's maybe the skill that he uses in the 2nd boss fight on the top of the castle. The one where he slashes a few times, jumps in the air and shoots with the bow. Oh, yes. that wasn't bad. Okay, now I just need 2 more points. I could get even more and level up my attack skill, but nah. Those are... no. Still, 69. Nice, 1000. They already had 8,000. So I need the 2 last points with this, and then we go for Isshin. And also next time, when I go to disobey the iron code, after that, I have to check that when you should listen into the conversation of Emma and the sculptor, because there's one, and after that you supposed to talk to one of the 2 and you get the other bell, and that brings you to the alternate version of the Hidden Estate, and you have 3 new bosses there, well, 2. The third one is just a real previous one. It's Juzo once again. Other than that, there is Owl. Once again, I don't know why yet, but there's Owl. Oh wait, right. Now that I think about it, I get the full context behind that in the Shenzhen parody. When after the Lily Butterfly fight, he gets stabbed and then he said that I can still catch up from my skill which he heard. And just before that, there is the scene with Owl and that okay, then ask me, why do you have a bottle of ketchup right next to you? Now it clicked. Because as I mentioned back in during the cutscene that from the start of the blade I think that's Owl. Well, now that I think about it, I was right. Now it clicked that I can still smell the ketchup from miles away you beat her. And before that, why do you have a bottle of ketchup right next to you? And this just clicked now that smell the ketchup, bottle of ketchup, Owl. That's why I see a boss there. It just clicked now. And also you can find the Shinobi Hunter too, who was mentioned in the castle in the first stage. There's a boss fight with one of the Lone Blades. And he mentioned someone by his name, that he will avenge them. That they got you to something and then that I will avenge you. And that's the other person there that you can fight. And that one I think and either Owl in that era or Juzo 2.0. Those to carry the last 2 prayer beads that I need. But really, that's just now clicked that it's literally there that Owl is the one who does the backstab there. That I can still smell the ketchup and it just clicked now. Genius. And also, as I mentioned, that where there is the part that have I been here in the dungeon? No, maybe there? Nah. Here? Nah. And he eats a snap seed and when he snaps and the corrupted monk takes damage. And it's true, it's on the stream. You can check it back in the VOD. What channel? That it's there. That you really can damage the corrupted monk. I think 3 times with snap seeds. So it is like that you can do it 3 times. I just need the animation. These hidden details help you. You need several times of perpetual refill. A lot of the parts of the opening lyric doesn't adapt that fall damage he doesn't mind. He does, he just needs to fall from quite high to take fall damage. But there is fall damage. This will need, well, 6 rounds and then the second point. After that we're good to go. We go for Isshin. But before that I'm going to buy a bunch of confettis and stuff because otherwise I just lose this and won't get anything. So why not arm myself with a lot of confetti and other stuff before. First I will do the Raider quest line in the next playthrough. And then in the end you can get an item that lowers the price for everything to a single money. At least the consumable items, I think. But why would I let all of this money go to waste? Okay, I think it's going to be like that. Next time it's going to be the separation ending or what it's called. And the third one's going to be the Shura one. I missed that. And I'm also sure of it that there's that Ethos part and then later that you can continue the Demon of Hatred questline too, so Wolf could also figure out that the sculpture was Demon of Hatred. Because somehow he needs 2 dance to figure that out. Aren't you supposed to be smart and resourceful? How can he figure out from clues that the sculptor was the Demon of Hatred? I don't know. But I'm going to continue with that questline too, but I don't think I'm going to finish it once more. Because Demon of Hatred was hard already as it was. Now that with even more damage. No thanks. It would have been a nice boss fight if the thing didn't cheat constantly. Like when there is no wind-up animation for the whip slash, or when it connects before it hits you, and the other one when charge attack, and there is no pause at the end, and an immediate fireball, and somehow that can hit you even if you are out of range. It's kinda bad. Halfway there with the first point, and then just the second one, and good to go. Oh, so just remember that that's another very good exploit, kind of an exploit in ES 2. One is the Indestructible Siegfried, the other one is the other effect constant canceller. Indestructible Siegfried in front row, Balmung. So that's something that also needs defense. Let's equip her with Dancing no chain. And nothing gets through. Because more than 20 defense is enough that most of the things, even on harder, can't scratch her at all. And the Dancing and the chain makes that she's completely immune to critical strikes. Because critical strikes are ignore defense. That's the only way also with the charge boss fight to how to take her down. Otherwise it's really hard. You can see that it takes damage unless you crit her constantly. But with that, you can do that. Zero chain, 100% crit immunity, 15 defense, front row 17, Balmung 20, maybe an Arunditor defense boost, 22, 23. And Zero chain, first row, you can even survive the attack of the crawling chaos in the challenge part without taking damage at all. Because the normal ones even with her strong damage won't get through, and the criticals also won't get through because she 100% immune to crits. And the other very good one is Yoshitsune's Senbon Zekura combined together with Gungnir and another luck booster. Because that makes her luck so high that a hit from one of the 3 hits is going to be a crit is almost a guarantee. Because you can go up to 16, 18, something like that. And every point of luck is 5% chance to critical. In that one, in the original it's point per 10%. In the goal it's point per 5%. And you can increase the crit chance to 80% or so. So from 3 hits, it's almost a guarantee that one is going to crit. And it also does a quite high damage. With the crit it does double damage. And with the crit you can cancel a charge skill. That's not a outlet yet. Another very good exploit thingy. Not a full exploit, but it's really good. Yeah, so it's described, as I mentioned not too long ago, one in Saga 2 that can make Momo from kind of weak to absolutely broken. The last thing that you can get from a segment is a skill key that unlocks the Ether Doubler on that game. So it increases your Ether damage 2 times, but it does cost 2 times more. Yes, but the thing is, Ether damage, and in Saga 2, Chaos Mo and maybe Ziggy's attacks, no Ziggy's, just Mo and Chaos. Their attacks at this mode, all of them are Ether. Looks like they're physical but they are Ether. So, and also Pierce, and Gnosis doesn't like Pierce attacks most of the time. It doesn't like Ether attacks. Most of the time. And the Aura element. And here comes the best part. In basic it's a physical Ether combo. So it gets doubled. Doubled from the Ether doubler, so already double damage. Then Pierce, that's a weakness that wounds for most of the Gnosis. And if you apply a sword, so change the element of the attack to fire, ice, electric or aura, that also applies for the Ether Doubler. So you start with the base attack, it gets doubled by the Ether Doubler, then you put a sword in, that changes the element, but because that's also changed the attack of your attribute to Ether, it doubles once again. And then comes the weakness part that Gnosis is weak against Aura and Pierce. And you can do more than 12,000 damage with every single shot. And not with the finisher ones, the normal ones. Every single time. And I just noticed this last time when I played the game. So it's even more broken than Elite's Gate. And also in Saga 2, that the ES repair packs and stuff are quite limited. You can just loot them, you can buy items in 2. And the loots aren't the best, most of the time. So in the ES's case, if you want to repair and remove stats and stuff like that, you either want for a very long time for items that have a very small chance to appear, even with the Rare Hunter and the other ones. Or, alternatively, and that's the easiest solution, level up more and get the Ether skills from her. Because Zebulon can use Momo's Ether, but only in the second game, and not all of them. But still around 70% of them. And then also get the combo booster that allows you to boost after you boosted, or it's your turn and then you can boost once again. So you can take a double turn. And I also discovered this, I think, 2 playthroughs ago. That in the beginning that there's a tutorial character who can tell you stuff in the spaceport. And the character mentions that two characters have the same meter. And there are some differences in that, but he didn't mention that. There are some different ones. But if you have 2 characters with the same meter, and then you boost with 1, then you go into the ether menu. And so try this by accident. But in Saga 1, if you have 6 AP, you press triangle and you can use an item on everyone for a cost of 2 items. In some cases. Now in 2 you can do this with ethers. But if you have someone who has the ether and you have another one who has the same ether that can be used like this, and you boost with the one who is not active currently and not on the list too, and see if the combo boosted, then you can. Then you can create a combined ether by going into the ether menu and press triangle on the ether that you want to use, and that ether turns it into stronger or into fuller effect, either to your enemies or to your entire team. Depends on it's a buff, a support, an attack, or heal. And now that's one thing. But then I discovered that, and that's the best part, if you counter boost, or not counter boost, continuous boost, this is a different skill. So you can not counter, combo boost. I finally got this name. That you can combo boost, so your character can get another turn. Oops. And here comes the best part, you can combo boost, and for this double hitter thingy, it counts. Counts for the double ether too. So that you have a character with a ether that you want to use, and you combo boost, so they have another turn, but then you press triangle on the ether, and it works like with anyone else. So instead of use another character with the same ether, or the partner ether for the previous one, you can also do that go with the same character, once again, with a combo boost, combo boost, yes. And then you can cast the ether like that, like it was from another person, and it works like that. So here comes the part that, and this is why leveling up Momo in 2 is important, and get her ethers. Because there is a ether doubler, and that's later, but before that you can do that with combo boost and the ethers. And actually, you can use that with Zebulon too. And when I discovered this, it helped a lot in the ES boss fight. Because those can be sometimes quite tricky. And for example, you need to heal. Now, if you don't have a boost, then okay, that's medical, but that doesn't heal much. And goes to more, well, almost more AP too. Or wait, maybe even more. But if you have the combo boost, you also can do that combo boost. Go into Zebulon's ether menu and combo boost yourself, just like on the food fight. And with this, you can make that even in ES mode you can use Medica 2 to affect every ES on the field. So with this, you can heal all 3 ES at the same time with a medical tool. You can also remove the light and heavy stats like this from every ES under a single turn. The only requirement is to have at least 1 boost gauge and the combo boost on Momo. And then you can do this. It has a lot in ES fights, mostly boss fights. And also some other fights too, because there are some skills that can do some nasty statuses in ES mode too. Like for example, there are the small cathedral ships in the desert later. And those things have a poisonous bite. I don't know how can you poison something that's mechanical, but you can. And if all of your ESs are poisoned, you don't really want to wait 3 turns to get rid of it. And with this you can do it under a single turn for double the ether cost, instead of the triple one. And also that's true with the healing too, that you need to heal all 3 ESs. You have Medica 2, that if I remember correctly costs 6 AP. So you can do the hard way, wait 3 consecutive Zebulon turns, and also risk that until then someone gets wiped out or multiple people. Multiple AS, not people. So you can do that. And also consume 18 AP, or you have a single, at least a single boost gauge. Combo boost on Zebulon, and cast the area of effect version, and that's just 12. 12 EP and requires everyone under a single turn. And you also won't lose your turn order. Because in that regard also Ward is just a single ether and not multiple. So you don't have to wait that much for after each casting. That's hot. Even I noticed that you can... One thing that you can combo boost on yourself on foot mode and get an extra double ether like that, but that you can do that with Zebulon. After that, some boss fights became so much easier. So good. Just made a separate save where I grinded, well, I'm gonna focus on Momo because those two I use the most. Both 1 and 2. This save where I grinded them in the first game to level 99, so they can start with the 3850 bonus ether points at the start. Because you can get bonus ether points that you can spend on acquiring new ethers. And 2, if you have a 1 clear save, and it reads the character's level, and according to that it gives you bonus AP. And with level 99 that's 3850. So I made it for this reason only. So that it's easier to get the desired ethers. And you can also combo boost on yourself. But it's quite rare. But you can do that. if you have a turn order where you have a single boost gauge or more, and sometimes it can happen that your character is on the list, but after that he or she are not on the list, and then sometimes you can combo boost even without the skill, but it's rare. But for example, this sometimes can help with Zebulon too. Now so there's, for example, with this double-later that I noticed, and this was on the list, I just didn't know how to do that, when you can upgrade your Cyber Pocket into Rare Hunter, so you're guaranteed to have the rare item stolen. So much better during a boss fight. And the best part that Sagatu's Analyze and Cyber Pocket combo is still doing what they are supposed to do, so you can steal the rare item every time with that. And also you can still have the info from the enemy. So good. But the Zebulon combo most really so good. It helps late game so much. And also mid game. And in the extra dungeons, of course. By the way, most people don't like 2. There's only 2 things that I don't like in 2, and those are... One is a bit more annoying, and the other one is just bit more fun annoyance, but not something serious. Thing number 1, you can buy items. You have to loot them. It's a bit annoying, but if you have the right ethers and you use safe ways to recharge of them, it's not a big deal. Only in ES, but if you know the small trick, then that's also not a problem anymore. The second one, and that's the more annoying one, GS20. GS20. No, 32, GS32. The Elsa has a 10 million G worth of debt. You should help pay them back. Yes? How? Well, selling items. Okay, how? Most of the things worth tens, thousands, no, thousands, tens, 50s, hundreds. Well, there is this thing called the Awakening. It's worth 500,000. Yes, but I only can get 1 each time. Yes, except 1. Well, actually 2. Wait, no, just 1, yes. Oh, wrong button. This is the Awakening, and you can only get 1 per round. Because it's a rare item that you can steal from boss. Except 1, but in order to get that, it's not that easy. The Awakening 2 is the only one that you can get multiple times, because I don't remember who, but one of the bosses who has that, one of the thingies, has multiple forms and can switch between them, and every time there's a switch, there's actually a separate entity, just carried over the previous HP. So I think the Awakening 2 is the one that if you can bait the enemy to switch forms back and forth multiple times, then you can get multiple units from the same Awakening scroll. That's one method, but it won't last forever. It's okay that you can get a few 100,000 maybe, but that still doesn't solve your problem. No, the best thing is Awakening 4, that you can steal from the final boss, but only once per time. Depending on how is your luck and what you can sell. Depending on your luck, you have to replay the final boss fight and the boss fight after that, And then you have to sit through the credits because that one can be skipped, not like the other events. And cutscenes. You have to sit through the entire ending from 15 to 18 times. That's the most annoying thing in Saga 2. If you want to finish the Goblin Summer Return campaign. It's actually worth it because it lets you some nice items. And also a really good dual skill for Cosmos and Chaos at the end. Kinda worth it. Except for this part. And also the window cleaning. Even with a real console, even with a real controller, that one is still almost completely impossible. That's actually so bad. The only way I could do that, even with a real controller, is to put my save on a memory, on an USB, import it to a emulator, and do it by my right analog with my mouse and circle with my mouse. Somehow that one works better. That's the only way that I could do it. Because somehow the right analog detection in Saga 2 is really bad. And there are other places where you need to use that. But as it goes most launch time. That's the best part about the window cleaning minigame. Is the other part that every text box that pops in when the timer is on, and every fade in, fade out by the timer is on, doesn't stop the timer. You have, I think, 12 windows. In every single one, you go there, press the action button. You have to wait around a second until it loads the cleaning part. Then you clean the window as fast as you can. Then you have to wait more than a second until it plays the clean animation, fades the skin out, and puts you back into the control mode, where you can go to the next window. And you have to do this at least 12 times, wasting precious seconds. And at the end, you have to wait for the last text box to appear completely, and then you have to press the circle once again, and then you have to wait a fade in, fade out in order to register. And until then the timer still goes and you can run out of time. There was one time when I actually ended up like that, played with the controller, managed to get it right. Then comes the last text box. I had 2 seconds left. Last text box, quickly skip it over, fade in, fade out, 0 seconds. Skin fades in. Oh no, timeout. No, I just did. No, timeout. Seriously? That one was so bad. And also that's the second dreaded GS, or maybe the most dreaded GS from the other series. It's maybe more dreaded than 32. Those two are really bad, the others are fine. It says that there are multiple GSs that you can fail, or no, it says that you can fail them all. That's not true. There's a few that you can fail, but not all of them. You can fail the flower GS if you get the wrong flower. You can fail the post delivery one if you get the wrong letter to the wrong person. You can fail the curry one if you press the wrong button. You can fail the last one if you didn't do the others or complete just most of them. But that's all. And it says that you can fail the others. You can't. The motor cleaner one won't let you finish it until you're done with every single one of them. The wall dancer one won't let you finish it until you have all the parts that she needs for her costume. The cat delivery one doesn't let you finish it until you have all the cats and deliver them to the right person, and you can't fail because you don't have a choice. Wait, there's another one that you can fail, the date location one. These are the ones that you can fail. The other ones just says that you can fail it, but actually you can. You better try again. Like the fishing, the window, or maybe the vibration. Yes, that's the other one. Yes, the vibration. And that one is really annoying. Because the scenario is, for those who don't know, so just little context, there is a side mission. Oh no, I lost my vibrating engagement ring. Engagement ring, yes. Vibrating ring, and it's an engagement ring. Sure thing, buddy. But that I lost my engagement ring that's vibrating, and every single one of them has a unique vibration pattern. And can you help me find them? Okay, yes. Here's the frequency. It's just a single there thingy. And then after that, when you get the frequency, there goes the best part. The character mentions that, oh, by the way, it's a huge fashion trend right now here in the Foundation, and many people has it, and multiple of them reported that it's lost. And if you get the wrong one, that's the wrong one, and I won't like you. Have fun. So you have to find a ring with a unique vibration pattern that is very hard to spot, and that's not the problem. Almost all vibration patterns are the same, and they're just very subtle differences. Now with an old controller or one that doesn't have a vibration function, because it's either broken or it's a third-party controller without a vibration motor, how are you supposed to do that quest? At least someone figured it out, and it's up in text that it's the same position over and over again. So this peeps figured this out, and then you can just go to that one and pick it up without even a vibration function in your controller. But who thought back then that that is going to be a good idea to have a quest that you can fail by getting the wrong ring, have multiple rings around the entire place, have this ring have an almost identical vibration, and no matter what you need that vibration. They didn't talk that one too. That's the third boss. Saga 2. That's really the collect 10 million. Okay. Grindy, but okay. Window cleaning one with its programming errors. Now that's really bad. And the best that really it has the ability to let all of the GS can be failed, when actually not. It's also really bad. And also there's a boss fight in late game, in an extra dungeon, where it has the gimmick that you have to get all 5 separate entries at the same time, otherwise they revive. Up until just one left standing, they will revive constantly. So you have to get all 5 of them at the same time. So you either get lucky with an ether, that somehow managed to get them, because if I remember correctly they also resist all ether elements, and they only weak to Vim, so there is X-Buster, but for X-Buster, if I remember correctly, you need the GS32. So have fun. most annoying part of Saga 2 to Bust Summertime campaign. Also kinda like the more realistic character designs on the second game, except Momo turned out to be a nightmare fuel. I don't know why. And the English dub for 2 except a few characters, that's a catastrophe. Well, we're almost done here. Then we finally go and fight against Isshin. This is also a similar bad design choice that was already there in Xenogears, where I had to use quick saves when I don't want to, but that part is, yeah, without it it's not too good. The RPS side. Because you have to win 5 times in a row. If you fail, you have to start over again. That's one thing. And the other thing is that it's randomized. So every time you only have 33% chance to get it right. With the other two, even if I remember correctly, even if it's a tie, you have to start over. And that's really that you need to do that 5 times in a row. Because you still can kind of save scum in a normal way too, but it's way longer. Because you can do that go save at the other house, because there's a save point there. Save there, go to the RPS guy, try once, you fail, restart the game, reload, try again. And you can do this over and over again, but that's a very long time. So they didn't really talk that one through. You need to get the thing 5 times right at the row. Otherwise you have to start over. Nah. The other two are better, the other two badges. But I don't really get the third one. Because according to the name, it's supposed to be something different. But what you have to do is completely different what the description says. It's a bit weird. At least the second one is what it's supposed to be, and the first one too. The other thing that the badges are completely missable, all 3 of them. The RPG badge can be missed because, as we know, Lahan gets destroyed. And then the second one, if I remember correctly, also can be missed. Because of a later event, if I remember correctly, those peeps die too. And the third one can be also missed, because after a certain event, the place where it took place is not available anymore. That person doesn't die like the other two, but that one also becomes unavailable. And missing them out is a big mistake, because you can get some really awesome items around mid-game and also in return on the first hit. Yeah, it's kinda like that, around 70% completion. You can go into the floating place that you already seen, and there's a collector there who collects very rare stuff, and that he wants the badges because they are a high soft item according to him. And with the badges, if you have them, you can give them to the collector. that's the other one with the 3 rocks. That one is also with RNG with one of them. And there's a pedestal there with 3 slots and you need to gather 3 rocks. And one can be found. I don't remember the other one, but that one, if I remember correctly, also just normally can't be found. But the third one you have to pick up from a fish's mouth. Now that was also on RNG mess. It's not as bad as the RTS. Oh, it was this one. But that's the other thing that totally worth it there, because that one is also missable. And that one grants you even better items than the collector and the badges. These are 2 things in Gears that can be completely missed, and you can lose some very awesome items. Like one of the best defensive items, some stat enhancers that can enhance your stats permanently, stuff like that. Ah, there we go. Okay, I don't even need that one now. Ah, they are painted. I need to spend that as anyone something too. Buy more divine confetti. And with this, the final skill is mine. There we go. Height of Technique. Yes, I got every single one of them that's normally available. Under the first run. Body bar, Anthony. Yes. 200. Oh. Dowsing, I have the Ministry one, that's better. Pacific Agent, that's enough. Just throw me a few eel livers, please. Wait. Alright, that's your stock. 50. Wait, no. The final boss has some lightning attack. Just to save 200, that's enough. Number one, I don't use that much. 200 of this for now. Another 200 of this. Okay, and let me check the upgrades. I need more Leslie, but what else? I don't want to sell them, but I will need. One more Leslie, yes. Grave wax. Grave wax. Oh, I have enough. Okay. So I just need the Leslie and then I can get these. I have everything else. Okay. If I get this right, then you can buy the LED lights once again for the scales in New Game Plus. So that's 2 more, that's 4. And then 1 from the Potnobo, that's 5. And 1 from the Shichimen. Maybe. Once again. At least I really hope so. I don't want to fight with the Demon of Hatred once again. I hope that the Shichimen drops a LED light once again. That's the 6 that I need. Because really 2 more, that's 4, the Potable, that's 5, and then the Shichimen, that's 7, 6. What else do you have? So I don't need that much, that's enough. I have the mystery version, it's way better. That's also enough. Hold some of those. Don't really need this one. Well, more of these. Later it's going to cost for 1, but wait, why would I lose the money now? Yeah, I know that one, the compacting. It's a bit more useful. Wait, aren't you supposed to have an infinite quantity? Oh, that's the one that I can buy. Ah. Right? Yep, that's the one that I can buy. Ah. Not the quantity. Okay, get it. You know what? Yes, draw me some of these. $300. So I have on the same amount as the Akko version. And 200 more snap seeds of 300. Don't really have any use for it, but there. And contact these. There we go. Otherwise I would just lose this money, so it's fine. So yes, Spiral Cloud, more than true, Empower more than a draw, Shadowfall, yes. Shadow Cross. Okay. These for now. I don't think I will need that there. These just in case. This into this. Those are fine. Why do we have this? It's completely useless. Personal, I don't have much. Third personal. Could buy more, but not that necessary. 3G zones. These are for later. For now, I only need these. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I don't know if I can get them right now. But at least we are here now. All skills unlocked. I have every upgrade except 2 little light ones. Good to go. Just like with the Divine Dragon. Okay. Din. Din. Okay. 14 seconds. 14 seconds. Surely not pain. Yes, definitely. Also, I won't use up my extra charges until I get the grasp normally about stuff here. Boy!
Kuro-sama.
Aren't you supposed to be able to regenerate? Ah, there's the other blade.
見よ、不思議のもう一振りよ。
Ah,
健一郎殿、そのようなものでは決してアシナの命運は
hmm.
変わりませぬ。狼よ、
Eh?
流飲など誰の手にもあるべきではないのだ。
Mm-hmm.
苦労をかけるな。
脅威。参る。
And how come that every other time you don't go into Ogyaku Kasumi? Unless you guard.
しまいとしよう。
Sorry, I don't want to use any other charges except the recharging
俺が
one.
足名を生かす
Okay, so you have mortal draw too, huh? Oh, that's a draw, uh-huh. So this one. Why was there no... Sorry, I only used first. Oh, you can sort of slide. Ah. And still have this. Huh.
さらば
It's not that bad. At least the first round is not that bad. There's nothing that I could lose now. Don't have any XP left. I spent all my money. Can't lose anything at all. Oh, you have to skip through this continuously.
俺が足名を生かす その力は
And now you want to go forward.
にもなすべき
That's interesting.
さらば
That's interesting. So now comes the long learning phase. Did I get the patterns and everything? But it's fine. I have a lot of dragon blood droplets.
俺が足名を生かす
Let's press B. That's still the same, huh? Here. Okay, so that one is not good here. Alright. I didn't really like the High Monk. Now is that true still or not anymore? Is this one right? Yep, it's this one, okay. I didn't really like this last time. Well, let's see now. The difference.
俺がアシナを生かす
separate ones. Uh-huh.
その力だ。
But still, so you either do one or the other. Okay. Okay, so in more than those cases, it's either back or try to get to the side fast. Okay. And it's not that good anymore. I think that would be good here. Or is this Temple of Leaping Kings? What's this one? Nah, that's not it. Not back to this. That's the fastest. Okay, mine can't hit, but your can. Huh? Oh, and that can go. But then mine can go too. That's the question. Mine can go too. That could be a thing. And how about this, by the way? Would you like some Sabimaru? Is this the thing that crumbles? No. Just random rocks. Just spawning again. Okay, this Savior doesn't do much here. So that can be jumped over. Okay. Well, his patterns next to the mortal throw looks like it's the same. Next to the attack throw, that's also different, but the other stuff is the same as before. So the Samurai doesn't work here. nem szeretem. That is the running place. It's fine. That's the wrong one. Oh, we can do it like that. I don't really want to use stuff here, by the way, because after this we have another round. Just don't know that one people or two. Ah, so then you're doing this fight. Yep, you're doing this fight, huh? You can do that pull up. Yep. How did you jump? Was it so in game that there is no Dragon Road now or what? Oh, this time you got me. I need to play and it still doesn't work. I could do the mortal draw, but don't want to do it. This time you did the second one. That's not the thing that I pressed. Well, here we go again with the input problems. That's not the thing that I pressed once again. Now I'm 100% sure that the divine adoption won't work here. But I still won't use my second charge in the next part. It's just the learning phase.
俺は結局何もできなかった。
But wait, if you can resurrect, then where is my Mortal Blade strike thingy?
竜院がこの国を生かす。これでアシナの世は明ける。
That's how you do it. Okay, excuse me for a moment, I have to keyboard for my grandpa. Wait, what? Hmm.
哀れな孫の最後の願いじゃ。わしはこのアシナをよみがえらせねばならぬ。
So I don't use my second charge yet. Learn some stuff
故
first.
に赤炉。主を切るぞ。
Wait, where's the ATM?
参れ、赤炉。
Oh, you can do that. Huh. Buddy, are you seriously using Battle Jutsu against me? Yep, you're seriously using Battle Jutsu against me. If Genichiro is using something I don't know, but you are using Battle Jutsu. Seriously. As I mentioned, I don't want to use my charges yet. Just for learning. But wait, why does Isshin suddenly change sides?
俺がアシナを生か
It's
す。
one thing that the resistance thingy makes me younger. Okay, that's time. Yeah.
その力だ。
I don't know how I do that, but
俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば。 俺がアシナを生かす。
Okay, missed that. You kinda missed that too. That's still a running face, so we learn these things first. Now question. Because it worked with the flamethrowers. Can I interrupt the mortal draw in the beginning with the last light shuriken? That should be able. If it would spin up, then yes. Nope. This won't do the dirt cut. I pressed guard. But yes, looks like there's no dragon rot here. I don't like it could hurt anyone now. Still an hour. Ooh. I press jump, why don't you do that? It's fine, it's fine. Slow down before that is not fine. Oh, okay, so we have steel thing. Okay. War Torn. Which one is that one? Well, it doesn't affect anything now, so I don't care. Done. Work on that. I want to stop and I press the guard, still don't get it. How about... I haven't tried that one yet. All. It's 3, yep. I haven't even tried this one. I got there, but I never used it.
がアシナを生かす。
Are you still going forward? So you jump up. Okay. So if they're not the various one, then you can jump them. Okay, that's fine.
これにもなすべきことがある。さらばだ。
Doopy doopy doop tap 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 tap.
俺がアシナを生かす。
Right, you can jump up still.
その力だ。
And jump this. Sometimes you can jump it. You just have to look terrain. Okay.
参れ、関野。せい。
Oh, and there's full of work, huh? Oh, I didn't want to use that. Do it now. I need that later. I didn't want to use that. Now who knows how long I have to do this over and over again until I get back that one. I didn't want to use that. Now who knows how long really I have to do this until it charges back. Oh, come on. Why? Why?
俺がアシナを生かす。
Can't have an S, no prompt, no. You done? No, you don't. And that's why I couldn't heal once again. I don't know why.
その力だ。 せはせんぞ。 がアシナを生かす。その力だ。
Again, and I don't want to.
俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば。
Bum, 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 bum. Do-do-do-do.
俺がアシナを生かす。
Where's the bee? Where's the bee?
その力だ。
Maybe jump sideways and you don't have to. Let's put it there, why not? A lot. Let's give it some tries. Why not?
俺がアシナを生かす。
Don't you have when you press the card button and nothing happens?
その力。俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば。
Also, someone explain me this. I didn't press any button. Just the B. Then where is my Valkyrie? Use the item. Didn't touch any other butter.
さらば
That's the reference that kid good. And that's done. But if I press B, I press B. If I press LB, I press LB, not something
俺
else.
がアシナを生かす
That's decent sometimes.
その
Very
力
good sometimes, not?
握らせはせぬぞ 俺にもなすべきことがあるさらば
And I thought I can get through there before time. Huh. It's fine.
「俺がアシナを生かす」 その力だ 握らせはせぬぞ
Alright, that's not the button.
俺にもなすべきことがあるさら
At
ば
least here we find have different reactions to different stuff. Not like with most bosses. Is that something? Hmm.
「俺がアシナを生かす」
Press B. Press the B. Press it. Press the B.
その力だ 俺にもなすべ
And
き
so
こ
we
と
don't do
が
that,
あ
huh?
るさらば
I don't get that sometimes that Press the B, nothing happens. Press the up, nothing happens. Why? At least I would get to know why. That would be awesome. Sometimes there's an input buffer, and sometimes the input got lost somewhere. This is my other cable. Not the broken one. Yeah, actually, no good hitbox. That's awesome. Back to the old one.
Sekiro!
Why do you go forward once again? And this is the other one. Press B and pull backward. Goes forward. Press the B normally, goes backward. And completely randomly. That's supposed to be the forward. Then you just press the B and it does backward. But no, that's not what I pressed. Why does it sometimes decides that you pressed a button when you didn't, or you pressed it the wrong way when you didn't? There again, press the A, nothing. The other one. If I press this, where is it? Press the LB. Where is it? Press the LB. LB, you know, this button. Also, this thing is not that good. Well, maybe? Question mark? Just try it out, maybe?
俺がアシナを生かす。
Better, but I will need these emblems later. For now, this is good, but ain't going to be good for forever. Yes, turn it off. Awesome. Note on occasion how bad it is. And it shows that how effective that simple move is. And how about the stabby? Not that one, this one.
俺がアシナを生かす。
Recipe. Wow, what is that?
その力だ。
Invoke again.
俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば。
The spear is kinda cool, but not really. Okay. It's definitely going to be another stream at
俺
least.
がアシナを生かす。
I haven't even seen the second and the third phase yet. And lenses have to be on a grey background, as you can see those colors normally. To make it even more fair.
その力だ。
You can see these colors normally.
海にじらせはせぬぞ。俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば。
How about just as a test, because really I'm not near at the end yet. This is a test. How about, where is it? This. Wouldn't have to skip over the cutscene over and over again. So much better. I didn't do much. But it's attack the third time. Already released the attack button, haven't pressed it. Why do you doing it a third time? How did that?
Sekiro!
Wait, it's actually... Oh yes, kinda. Doesn't work really well, but it does something. At least on the first run. How about if I give him a taste of his own medicine? It just tests. I'm still learning the stuff here. Can do that. Check if you can block that, then that means I can block it. Yes, I can. It does damage. I can.
Sekiro!
That's the bar. Okay, so Ishina Cross and also the Ichimonji. Alright. Well, maybe actually the Ichimonji could work, at least in the Isshin part. This doesn't do much damage, not like theirs. And it's still not Ichimonji. But Genichiro Rush, and it's also a very basic move. And you're supposed to be able to cut someone who's doing that, because you are quite wide open doing that. Press the B. Press the LB. And the first one. It's supposed to be a deflect. Wasn't. So doing the multi combo actually useful. Cancel left. Huh. Okay, that's not awesome. Why did you... Where was my Mikiri? So you can sprint TV. Do that. First one. Oh, you already pulled out the spirit. When is it supposed to pull it out in the third run? And even the gun. Huh? When is it supposed to be during the third part? That he pulls out the gun and the spear. I like this. I like the first half, by the way. First half, the first third. That was the best yet. Genichiro is the annoying one. I know his moves, but that he can just instantly switch to bow. That part is annoying. Wait, the Ichimonji can interrupt that. Oh. So that one is... At the second get Genichiro most of the times now. I let it slide, learning here. But really, I love that form, by the way. That was so good. Kinda like Home Sweet Home. Except the Uber Super moves, everything there, I also know how to do, and I also did. Maybe not the kicking part, but other than that, every normal move from that to that, I also did. It's fine. I can get the charge back.
Sekiro!
By the way, how come that single Nukiuchi won't hit me there? That's right in the middle of it. That was supposed to hit. Let me tell you. If you stand right there during that move, that is going to hit. And hit hard. Personal experience. It was just a bookend and it really could hit. And hit hard. Not even a real sword, it was just a bookend, but it can hit. Personal experience. You press the B and nothing happens. Sitting the Mickey's timing is completely wrong. It's supposed to be way closer to the actual attack. Because like this it doesn't make any sense. There you go, this time. I just want to try something. I won't forget that. If you start to charge the mortal draw and I'm really close, do I still have time to do an Ichimonji? Curious. And by the way, that move, if you won't charge, it's too slow. You can do that way faster than this. Let me tell you. We got distance wrong. There you go. I also find it interesting that Isshin and also the pupils somehow stagger immune while they are charging that. How? Because the biggest problem with that one that it leaves you wide open for horizontal cuts. Stop this time. This time, okay? By the way, that's not good for that, but that's known for the other two moves. Why? Take this time, there we go. There you go, let's go. Need to learn first. That's what it's almost time to end the stream. Info broker, oh no. Wait, and that guy's supposed to be dead. If you do the other quest line, he's supposed to be somewhere in the castle and, well, quite dead. Oh, you can just interrupt the first one. the distance wrong on the last one. That's not what I pressed once again.
俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば
Really, that's not the thing that I pressed. That's the weird part. Ah, load please. Other waiting. I'm waiting. Why?
俺がアシナを生かす。
I'm gonna look what's the problem.
じらせはせぬぞ。
Pretty, aren't we?
その力だ。
But you can also jump that over most of the times. If you got the Paradox version. Oops. Let me try like this once again.
俺がアシナを生かす。
I pressed the two buttons together. Where is
そ
my
の力だ。
thingy? You know, thingy that you're supposed to do what?
俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば。
And when I press it together, then it won't do anything. Maybe it would be a better idea to press the LB and then do it like this instead of pressing them together, because sometimes that does nothing. Yes. Oh, it's not. Yes. If you press them together, sometimes that doesn't work, but if you do it like this, and that also doesn't work every time. You do it like that, So hold the LB up tiny bit and then press the RB. And that works.
俺がアシナを生かす。
Yep, if you want to jump sideways, and I want to, it's going to be like that.
じらせはせぬぞ。
one who took double jump, by the way.
その力は
That was me.
俺にもなすべきことがある。さらば
The problem there that I was too far away to do my thingy, but I was too close to not get hit by it. I can still give a few more tries, and then we'll see. There's a lot of these. We're gonna go with the Spirit Wall version, but that costs emblems.
俺がアシナを生かす。踏みにじらせはせぬぞ。
So there's a little clean sound. That's when a stab is going to happen. Oh, I can do that. When did you? I have my charges. Like this. You really fell for that. You can be serious. Well, you're not the only one who can do these things. How can he counter that? Again, sideways B goes forward. One more time and then I have to end the stream, and then we'll see it next week. But the patterns themselves in both cases are not that bad as with the Demon of Hatred. That was worse. That was worse than this too. But at least in the first phase. And I even guarded that. Alright, this is where we continue from next time. It's going to be something. But from what I've seen yet, it's not as bad really as the Demon of Hatred. We'll see. For now, thank you everyone for watching. If you liked it, then please like, share, subscribe and follow me. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so you get notified when I'm about to stream. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. You can find it here in Twitch under my channel's description, or on YouTube by entering Kirasho's search bar. Thank you everyone, and I will see you soon somewhere else with more Super Dimension Neptune vs Sega Hard Girls. There's still Game Gear's last class to unlock, and then level up the other classes to get the skills, and then somehow defeat Delphinus. But until then, goodbye and see you soon.